Hello dears, very good morning to all. Welcome to biology class. So we are discussing about the tissues and we completed about all the plant tissues now. So what are the plant tissues? Just recall. What are the plant tissues that we studied? Simple tissues and complex tissues. The three simple tissues, what are they? Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. What is the complex tissue? Xylem and phloem. Then in the beginning we studied about the meristematic tissue. Okay, so these are the important plant tissues that we have to study. Don't forget to draw and study the diagrams also. The next we are going to study about the animal tissues. Like plants, the body of animals is also made up of different types of tissues which perform specific functions. Okay, we know that our body parts, all of our body parts, they are doing different functions. They are not alike. The body organs are not alike. The functions what they perform, that is also not alike. So based on this diversity in function, their tissues in turn are also made up of so different. The main animal tissues that we have to study, they are the epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue and nervous tissue. Mainly or on the basis of the functions they perform, the animal tissues can be broadly classified into the following four types. What are they? Epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue and nervous tissue. So we have to study all these four types of tissues one by one. First of all, we can discuss about muscular tissue. So our muscular system is mainly made up of this muscular tissue or muscle tissues. Muscles are made up of highly specialized cells called muscle cells. So the muscle cells or the main function of this muscular tissue, that is to perform the movement by the combined activity of muscles and skeleton. We are able to move our body parts. Okay, so the muscle cells has the capacity to change its shape or it is able to move. The muscle cells can change the shape by the contraction and relaxation of the muscle tissue. This property of this contractibility is because of the presence of a special kind of contractile protein in them. This contractile protein is called actin and myosin. These are the contractile proteins present in animals called, what are they? Actin and myosin. So based on this, by the presence of this actin and myosin, the muscle tissues are able to show contraction and relaxation. The contraction and relaxation of this muscular tissue perform movement. So based on the function what they perform and also based on their structure, there are three muscle tissues. Muscle tissues are broadly classified into three. They are the striated muscles, unstriated muscle and cardiac muscle. So first of all we can see what is the striated muscle. Striated muscle, it is also called as the skeletal muscle because it is usually present as attached over the skeleton of our body, over the hands, the skeleton of our hands, over the bones of our legs. Okay, in all these areas we can see mainly the skeletal tissue. It is a non-voluntary tissue. Okay, it is a not the non-voluntary tissue, it is a voluntary tissue. That means it is able to do the voluntary actions. Voluntary actions are those activities that we are able to do with our will, with the will of organisms. We know what we are doing now. With our conscious mind, we can control these voluntary actions. Voluntary actions such as walking, running, etc. All these are the holding things. All these are the examples for voluntary actions. We know what we are doing now. We can start the action and also we can stop the action. Such kind of actions are called voluntary actions. So these voluntary actions are usually controlled by this voluntary muscles called striated muscles. That is why striated muscle is also known as a voluntary muscle. So when we are looking the structure of the striated muscles, we can see they are elongated, cylindrical and also unbranched. There is no branching. And we can see over this striated muscles alternate light and dark bands. These light and dark bands are called striations. That's why the name striated muscle. And we can see a number of nucleus in a single branch itself. In a single fibrous itself, we can see a number of nucleus. That is why it is a multinucleated one. And it is able, this muscle, or by using the striated muscle, we are able to do this speed actions. Okay, heavy exercises, fast physical activities, that is possible because of this voluntary action, the muscles. That means they are able to contract and relax very fastly. Very fastly they are able to contract and relax. That is why we are able to do fast activities by doing or by the help of this striated muscles. After this fast activities, they may get tired easily. The second type of muscle, that is the unstriated muscle or smooth muscle fiber. It is also present within the wall of the body, such as organs like stomach, intestine, this blood vessels, etc. And these are spindle shaped and without any striations and with the tapering ends. The tapering ends means both ends are narrow. At the center there is a broad one, broad center and narrow tips. That is a tapered one or spindle shaped one. These are the involuntary muscles. Do you know what is involuntary actions? Involuntary actions are those actions they are taking place without the will of organisms. For example, the movement of our internal organs, the digestive movements, the movement of the heart, the movement of the blood vessel, the movement of the blood vessels, and also the movement of the eye. So a number of heartbeat, the movement of the lungs, all these are involuntary. That means we are not able to control. We can't start the action and also we can't stop the action. Such kind of actions are called involuntary actions. The muscles related to this involuntary actions are called involuntary muscles or unstriated muscles. Why it is unstriated? Because there is no striation and it is the smooth muscle. Okay, and it can undergo slow contraction, not fast, slow contraction, and after that they do not get tired easily. The next one is the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle, the term cardiac, that is special for heart, cardiology. Okay, that is special for heart. So the ball of the heart is made up of a special kind of muscle called cardiac muscle. And these are elongated, cylindrical and branched. It appears same like that of the striated muscle, but it is branched. The striated muscle is unbranched. This one is branched. These are also with a number of striations and also multinucleate one. And these are also involuntary. They can also undergo rhythmic and fast, this very slow contraction, and they will not get tired easily. So these are the details regarding the different types of muscle tissues. The remaining animal tissues that we will discuss in the next class. Okay.